cloud. And so here we go. Now we're going to try to figure out how to make a custom report. So Keegan, where am I going?
So, so in Traction, oh, you're currently not sharing your screen, by the way.
Oh, okay. Let me go ahead and share screen. All right. All right. So I'm
Okay.
going to go.
So you're going to go back to Traction now. So in the top left, you're going to go to Reports.
Okay. Reports.
And then Reports Home.
Okay.
And then in the middle, there's that Create Report button right in the center.
Create report. Yep.
Mm-hmm. So first, like, it's going to ask you, like, what kind of fields would you like to include in the report?
Right. So if I did some like project name, process name, and stakeholders, and do you have the team leader? Good. And coach, I'll just say that for now.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool.
Yeah. So you pick the fields and you can hit continue to go to the next page.
Okay.
So this is just reorder. So if you want the order it defaults the columns in is the order you select the checkboxes. So if you want to change the order around, you would just drag the
right. So team, I would like the team leader is the thing I usually look for, right?
Sure.
Okay, cool.
So then you can continue. So this is where you add some filters. So first, as a starting point, you're going to want to include restricted projects because all the projects in your instance are restricted. Otherwise, they won't show up.
Okay.
Yep. So you'll hit OK, and that's just going to say it's limiting who can access this report then because they're restricted. Right. So under filter, so what's like typically you want to see active projects and projects in the charter state, right? Yeah. So let's add a filter for the status. So you can either type in that box or you can find it in the drop down.
Okay.
So you can click that. Then in that field that popped up below, so it says include records where the status is, you'd probably want charter and active.
Yeah, let's see. So charter. I want active. Yep. Okay, that's good for now.
You have on hold projects as well. Is that something or?
I do. I gotta, like, the other thing that was sort of inhibiting me from doing this was my thing's a mess and I gotta like finish projects and take them off hold. We talked about that a little bit, right?
Yeah. Because I got so we can come back to that bit then. So like what you might want to do, and obviously we'll go through that with this, is like have a report that shows here's the open projects. Here's a report of the on hold projects. Here's a report of the completed projects. And you could have a dashboard that just kind of shows everything in one spot then.
Right.
Grouped up in different ways. So so you have some filters now, so you can hit continue.
Okay.
And then this is if you want to sort by anything in particular.
Okay. So let's say we want to sort by team leader.
Yeah. So if you want it to be alphabetical, and so that's gonna by the then you can hit continue again. And this is just the previous. This is the data that's going to come into the report.
Okay.
And then you can hit run report, and that'll show you. These are the so it should be scrollable inside there. But that is the
the
report you were generating. So we can go ahead. Let's go ahead and save this. The top right.
A quick question on stakeholders. That's where they fill in on the charter. They list the stakeholders, right?
Yep. Yeah, that's a text field.
Okay, cool.
Yep. So let's save this report. I can show you some additional setting you can make for the report.
Okay, so how do I save it here?
Yep. So you can hit that. So we can give the report a name. So maybe just like ongoing projects.
Or just am I going to wind up modifying this report? Am I going to start all over and delete this report since this is a practice?
It's up to so if you want to use it as if you have the field you want to use, you could make a copy of it and then just modify a few things.
Okay.
Or you could start from scratch if you have a completely different set of things you want to include.
Okay, let's just.
You have the option of like saving the report as a copy and you could make adjustments to it. Yeah. And so underneath that name, you can just how you want the names to display. So right now it's just showing, it'll just show first name, last name. If you click that drop down, you can change it to show, to maybe include have their email as well. Or their more Steam ID if needed.
We'll
you
just
can
go name only for now.
Okay. The other stuff isn't really relevant to what you're doing because you don't have any report categories. And,
Okay,
you're not sharing this with anyone.
all right.
So you can go ahead and hit update.
Okay, when we say team leader, champion, financial team member.
This is
Yeah,
this was making it so if you want this report to be accessible, but since your projects are restricted, you wouldn't want to do that.
restricted, probably not, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
okay,
it won't, if they're not a super user, they won't be able to see the report anyways.
right.
But yeah, so you don't have to worry about the share settings
Okay.
here.
So update.
So that's your report.
Okay,
Just to show you, if you go back to the reports homepage, so if you open up that menu in the top left, and then you hit reports, and then reports home, the report you generate is in that my reports list.
baseline. So Keegan, just another sort of point of information. So
Yeah.
if I'm sort of looking up this report and I want to go and see the project,
Mhm.
can I click on
Yep, you can click the link of the name.
and it'll take me to the project? Okay,
Yep,
cool.
it opens it in a new tab too, so you don't lose the report.
Okay, but if I don't have the name for the project, it won't allow me to do that?
There's two fields that will have a link to the project. If you include the project name or if you include the project ID, both of them will be links to the project.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, project ID doesn't make any sense to me, so, okay,
Mhm.
cool. All right, so that's how I could do a report.
Mhm.
And then, so what I would sort of normally do, just to kind of
Yeah.
here, I normally come onto this page, right? That's sort of the default page.
Yep.
And then I would just go over to here to reports,
Mhm.
home, and then click on my baseline report. And if this is a friendlier way for me to find and look for things, this would be a good way to do it, right?
Because you can also search, like there's a little search box there, so you can search the fields that are in the report to try to find like maybe specific projects. You don't have to scroll through the list as well.
Right, okay. If I wanted like Shopes is one of the, yeah, okay, so
Yep.
that's like, yeah, his thing, and just pops up.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop sharing at this point and stop
Okay.
recording.